Right, so here at the Blunders lab, we like the occasional crazy product, right? You know the company Nabisco, which makes Oreos? Yep, these lovely cookie biscuits. Turns out they like to try new flavors from time to time, and this week's invention is the Swedish fish flavor. That's right, Swedish fish flavor. That sounds disgusting. So you know what I thought with some fish paste? I'm going to try this out, see what that's like. Let me see if it's edible. You take that stuff off, yeah, and put a little bit of this on. Oh, this is look, well, hang on, gotta get the nice creamy stuff off. Swedish fish paste. Let's see. Oh, that's awful. What? Swedish fish. What? It's not fish paste apparently. It's Swedish fish, which is like a sweet in the UK. Damn. Okay, humanity probably done. It's time. Pack it in. Did you see this story on the island of Hawaii, the big one? There's a active volcano called Kilauea. And it exploded again this week, and a tourist helicopter flying over the top of the crater spotted this. That's right, a smiley face. It's finished, guys. We're done. So did you see South Africa's back in the number one spot in terms of economies in Africa? That's because of the strengthening rand recently and the dramatically weakening naira. And you know those numbers have always been dodgy because the naira isn't even a free floating currency. So you probably find even at the current official rate, those numbers aren't even right. Yep, Nigeria's in a world of pain. The new president, General Buhari, doesn't quite know what to do because they've got weak federal tax receipts and the economy is basically in the hole. In the absence of any kind of realistic measure of the Nigerian economy, I suggest you consider vehicle sales stats, right? Vehicle sales stats. For 2015, I looked this up. Nigeria is like 26,400 cars sold in the whole year. With traffic that looks like that, who'd want a car? Compared to that, South Africa, 617,000 cars sold in the year. Wow, how about a difference there? But before we get too smug and think we're extra special down here, consider the number of cars sold in America. Well over 17 million for the year. And what about China? Well over 24 million cars sold in the year. Yep, that's how it is in life. There's always someone who's doing worse than you and someone who's doing a whole lot better. Okay, speaking of busted African countries, what about Egypt? Top end of Africa. Remember, in Egypt, the problem started with the Arab Spring and then the counter-revolution, and then Abdul Sisi became the president. And from there we have declining oil prices, tourism in a hole, economy not looking so strong. This week they announced that currency dealing in the black market now punishable with a jail sentence between 3 and 10 years. So this is the problem again. Currency pegged like at about 870 Egyptian pounds to the US dollar, but out in the street trading at like 12.65, 13. So the parliament passes a law basically outlawing currency dealing, and they're busy rounding up people in Cairo for that particular offense. Yeah, that always helps. That always stabilizes your currency, doesn't it? Outlawing currency trading out there in the streets. Meanwhile, back in the States, the IMF is busy negotiating a £12 billion deal to stabilize their economy. But I'm thinking, if you're running your money in pounds, which is weakening all the time, and you're borrowing in US dollars from the IMF, how's that going to end up? Egypt, peaked all those centuries ago when the pyramids were being built.